And a pleasant good evening, everyone. I'm Mr. Willie Martin here, back at the American Airlines Center, where the Stars began the first of a two-game set this week to finish up the month of October, with two teams who, ironically enough, played a part in how the season ended for the Stars last year. You may recall when the St. Louis Blues played the Stars the last couple of times up there in Missouri and also here in Dallas. That pretty much started the momentum to get the Dallas Stars into playoff mode, clinching against the Blues, as a matter of fact, going into the number 8 seed, and then also having a great series with the Anaheim Ducks, taking them to a Game 6 before Anaheim would advance thereafter. Anaheim's in Duck on the 31st, or Halloween night. Tonight it was the St. Louis Blues. It's something you don't too often see in a hockey game this night. We expected low scoring, we expected defense, but 4 goals scored in the space of about 35 in the first period seconds, and then 37 seconds in period 2. Getting the ball rolling tonight was Jamie Oleksiak. He got his first goal of his young hockey career. Coach Lindyruff was very happy with the way he has progressed and performed, and handles his business defensively in this particular night. It was a night that once again we go to overtime and the Stars would lose by a score of 4-3. A young man named Vladimir Tarasenko getting a hat trick to secure the win for the St. Louis Blues, much like one Paul Kariya did by the same score, December 19th, 2008. Hours after the Hawks and Mavericks did their thing here at the AAC, same day, it was Saturday. Yes, I remember. It would become 1-1 after 1 period of play. Tarasenko would answer back the goal by Oleksiak 35 seconds later in period 1 at 13:10 and 13:45. Period 2, it would be Tyler Seguin getting a 7th goal of the season. Even strength, that was at 6:28 or 5:28, and then at 6:05 it would be Laterra tying things up at 2 apiece for the St. Louis Blues. On to period 3, it would be Trevor Daley getting his 4th goal of the season at 3:27, that via the power play, before we would hear from Vladimir Tarasenko at the 11:37 mark, even strength, to tie things up at 3 apiece. Kevin Shattenkirk, a couple of assists. He also had Goligoski with an assist, and also Jamie Benn with an assist for the Dallas Stars. Going into the overtime, once again a scenario where a penalty was called on Tyler Seguin in the overtime for a high stick, much like Jamie Benn got called for a penalty in that overtime loss to the Blackhawks. I'm sorry, the Philadelphia Flyers a week and a half ago, a 6-5 loss. That happened this night, and then of course with the power play advantage in favor of St. Louis, it would be Mr. Tarasenko getting the game winner, a hat trick, like I said, 4-3 the final score. Attendance tonight, 16,122. Thrilling finish here. The same can be said down the road in San Antonio as NBA basketball premiered for your Dallas Mavericks down in San Antonio. At one point, the Spurs were up by 9 late in the 3rd period and 4th period. Dirk started getting hot. He was doing that one-legged flamingo 3 from downtown stuff. You had Monte Ellis knocking out 22 at one point, but you also had the reemergence of Tim Duncan and Manu Ginobili and Boris Diaw doing their thing. And at the end, it was the Spurs holding on to a 101-100 win. Very exciting start to the season. Mavericks are here on Thursday night to take on the Utah Jazz. Exactly 13 years to the day they began playing in this building on that date, October 30th. In fact, Rick Carlisle was the first opponent. Detroit Pistons coach, his first game ever as coach, as a matter of fact. My first game here as a Dallas Maverick. That's going to be Thursday night. Stars continue their homestand this Friday, October 31st, against the Anaheim Ducks. Chance to go down memory lane and think back to the playoff run that was last year after a 5-year drought. That should be a nice little matchup. And hey, you never know, we may see some points logged up or time logged up for game misconducts and fights if you saw that Kings-Ducks game from a couple of nights ago. And then one final note here at World Series Game 6, it was, at last count, 10-0 Kansas City all over the San Francisco Giants, where, of course, 2 men, I believe it was Eric Dyson and Lorenzo Cain getting some key singles and doubles and driving in runs. I'm told that by inning 4, every Royal batter in the lineup got a hit. There will be a Game 7. You'll probably see Madison Bumgarner, and you will probably see some great pitching to close out a very good 7-game series, even if nobody is watching. I think we'll see some nice record ratings for that game tomorrow night, October 29th. FC Dallas is a playoff game, Vancouver Whitecaps. That's where I'm going to be. Here tonight, once again, before a crowd of 16,122, Stars fall a little bit short. Lindy Ruff said post-game that he was happy with the effort of his players and that they're very, very close to getting to the next level. And he said something very key. He said he likes the speed of his team, that he feels that very few teams will be able to keep up with that over the course of a game, over the course of a season, over the course of time. Now it's just a chance to get them, now it's time to get them to that level. It will happen. Reporting on behalf of BGC Sports Network, and of course for all that I do over at Blitz Weekly and my personal website, www.masterofnothing.com, I am Willie Martin, aka Mr. Will. Hello, November. If you're going to start growing the hair, Movember. Like I need to do that. Take care.